Welcome to Ancestral Wisdom, where the wisdom of the past guides the future. I'm going to start a new series related to food that you should grow in order to make sure that you're self-sufficient and that you can survive, if required to do so, using only the things that you have to offer, your skills, your knowledge. And let's begin with garlic. All right, so we just harvested our garlic for the year. Let's see if I can get a good shot of some of it. All right, there we go. Most of the garlic that is there was of decent enough quality to store. There might be one or two bunches that aren't perfect. There were also a few other bunches that weren't of quality to store. Some of them, I believe, were harvested just a bit too late. I won't make that mistake again next year. But it was a different variety, and different varieties mature at different times. So one of the varieties that I had was ready, and I harvested it at the perfect time, the right time. The other one was a little bit late. But regardless, why am I saying that garlic is something that you should grow in order to be self-sufficient? Few reasons. First, it's ridiculously easy to grow. You take the bulb apart and you plant each clove about 6 inches apart or so, and you do that in October. I usually do it right around Halloween. And then you let it grow a little bit before the frosts hit, and then when spring comes, it comes back and it grows really high, and it grows back, and then you harvest it somewhere around June or July. Well, a few people might say, well, garlic is not a good self-sufficiency crop to tell people about because there's hardly any calories. And that's true. But in a situation in which you have to depend on yourself, one of the most important things to consider is health. And garlic is known for preventing and helping to alleviate many of the health ailments that affect modern men and women. And so it prevents cancer to a great degree, and it helps alleviate inflammation associated with allergies and asthma. And there are so many health benefits to growing and eating garlic that just as a safeguard to our health, regardless of the calorie content, it's something that deserves a place in your garden, in your self-sufficiency garden. Why else should we grow garlic? First of all, it stores. So we harvested this now. It should keep until pretty damn close to next June. Now, even if it doesn't keep that long, there will be other types of crops that can fill in the meantime. But it should. And let's say it doesn't keep perfectly until June, and let's say you start running out somewhere around May. Well, interestingly enough, most of the types of garlic that I've grown anyway, and I think it's hardneck garlic primarily that does this, is in May, it will send up what they call a garlic scape, which is a curly piece of green garlic that would eventually form a seed head. I'm guessing it eventually flowers and then disperses the seeds. But when you start seeing them, when they're still relatively small, you cut them and you eat them like raw garlic. So you get a secondary harvest from it. I've also known people who have just cut and eaten the garlic leaves, the regular garlic leaves, as a green garlic. So if you get a little bit desperate for a garlic flavor and you've run out somewhere maybe in at the end of April, beginning of May, before the garlic scapes shoot up, you can take maybe 1 or 2 garlic leaves from each plant to supplement. So you get several harvests from one plant. You safeguard your health and your future. It's ridiculously easy to grow once you plant it in a relatively weed-free place. You don't have to worry about it again until you're harvesting. And you don't have to water it. I've had patches of garlic which I've never watered, and they've thrived and they've flourished. Really easy, extremely healthy. Add it to your self-sufficiency garden this year.